Hey folks, today we're gonna talk about the Sony RX100 Mark VI. Yes, they've made 6 of these things already. Today, I'm gonna tell you if I think this camera is worth the money. The money? How much is the money? Right now, it's 1,200 American dollars. You have to work an awful long hard to make that much money to buy this little baby camera. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Before I get started, if I could give one piece of advice that you're gonna listen to this whole entire talk, something I wish I would have done before I spent billions of dollars on cameras that I didn't need. Billions is hypothetical, sarcastically speaking. I've wasted a lot of money on cameras. You can ask my wife, she will tell you. I wish I would have rented it first. Lucky for you, I'm an affiliate partner at lensrentals.com. You can save 15% when you rent a camera to figure out exactly which camera is best for you. If you rent it first and you hate it, you don't have to buy it. But if you buy it, you're in trouble because it's yours. So do yourself a favor, use my coupon code, go rent a camera before you buy it, save some money. Let's get to it. First thing I can't stand about this camera, first thing I love about this camera is its ability to flip. I can't even get it to flip. What the flip is going on? Help. The first thing on this camera that doesn't affect me at all, but a lot of other people are talking about, is the ability to be able to have a flip screen that flips down like that for purposes of people that want to take pictures of their crotch. I'm kidding. I don't know what you do with this. Let's see. I got some feet pictures. That's fantastic. I'm glad they did this. This is really helpful for taking a picture of your feet. I'm kidding. It's really meant for those people that love taking pictures of their food. I don't have food, but if I did have food, food goes here. You know, the more they can move this thing, the better. Let's just be honest. It still moves like this for insecure people or vloggers that need to film themselves like myself. Calm down, it's okay. But for the people that need to flip it down, like, why is it so hard to get this out? Like this, there's a little thing on the side. I keep missing it. Yes, it's more flexible. So was I when I was younger. Is it exciting? Yes, it's exciting enough for me to stop talking about it right now. Next thing that doesn't really matter to me a whole bunch, 4K capabilities. Yes, these cameras can film in 4K, but if you're spending this much money, why are you concerned about 4K? You should buy a different camera if 4K is that important to you. End of story. Is it annoying when these expensive cameras shut off while filming 4K? Absolutely. It's annoying that you didn't buy a different camera that shoots 4K without shutting off after 5 minutes. You should have watched some reviews before you bought the camera. And the last thing that doesn't matter to me, I'm gonna go ahead and approach right now, is the touchscreen. Yes, touchscreen is freaking awesome. Don't get me wrong. Touchscreen, you can touch it and it does something, okay? You can focus with touching. I film for money and we don't use these things ever because you have to be exact. And as accurate as it is and as awesome as it is, this is for lazy people. But it's still freaking awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But at the same time, I hate it because it's kind of like my MacBook Pro. I have a touch bar, I don't even know what they call it. I've spent thousands and thousands of extra dollars probably for that stupid bar. I wish they made my computer faster. This, maybe instead of investing in a touch screen, they should have spent some extra money on making something you can film 4K without shutting off after so much time. Or maybe they just should have not charged so much money for it because it's not that necessary. Just an idea, Sony. Don't hear me, but I'm just somebody that buys all of your cameras. You should probably listen if you're watching. Thank you. Things that I like, before you shut this thing off, this camera is freaking awesome. I don't think there's a better camera out there when it comes to point and shoot. Point and shoot. As we're going through this, keep that in mind the whole entire time, that this is a point and shoot camera. And it's not $5,000 or $6,000 worth of camera, which is filming this right now. It's a freaking point and shoot camera. It is meant to get images just like this, and it's meant to be easy. Point and shoot and keep everything auto. If you buy one of these cameras, it's because you want everything to be automatic. Speaking of that, that's the first thing I want to talk about and things that I love about this camera. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is this camera's ability to focus. This thing focuses faster than my A7S Mark II. Yes, that's a very expensive camera, and this thing does a better job. Now, prior models of this camera used to be horrible at focusing on my face, primarily because I think it's not a good looking face and it decides not to look at it and focus quickly so it doesn't break. But this thing forgives me, and it is so fast to focus on my face. And I turned it off right when I'm trying to make my point, and it's just not good at all. Let me start this again. This thing is incredibly fast to focus. Let me do a test off my face, on my face. Whoa, this thing is like, off my face, oh my gosh. This is on my face, yeah, my face. And you can't see my face. This thing is not struggling at all. I'm trying to confuse it and take it away from my face, but it's staying right with me. I wish my last Sony stayed with me. The issue that Sony's used to have is when you used to wear hats and anything other than just a face, it had a hard time finding you and focusing. This thing is like laser fast. Super freaking amazing. Yes, you're amazing. You are. No, you're amazing. Stop it. Okay. This is what this camera is meant for. It's meant for those people who need to be in front of the camera. They gotta be able to see their pretty faces or non-pretty faces. I mean, in my eyes, this is what it's meant for. Unless you're like a really rich person and you love spending money, then it could also be for that. This camera, however, is freaking amazing. I wanted to give you some real life samples. This is my office. We're using not only the camera here in my office, but we are using the audio from the camera. How does it sound? Probably horrible because this place is all freaking concrete, hard walls, and we got a few sound panels. That's actually 8 foot by 4 foot. Looks tiny, but it's a big freaking wall. We have sound panels everywhere, but it's never enough. So don't fault the echo on the camera. Fault that on me. That's my problem. Hang on, let me actually come over here. I'm gonna talk right into the sound panel, but can you hear the difference right here? In terms of focus, let's look at the focus. Look at the And this is a hard example. If you don't know about cameras, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this, but if you don't, then listen, focusing with low light ain't an easy thing, but this camera really does it super well. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Gosh, I wish my face wasn't in such focus because I ain't that good looking, but I wish I was. Can you make me better looking, Sony? No. One of my favorite parts about this camera is it has a caliber to do so many different things. I'm just gonna keep popping around, see if these things focus. Oh my gosh, follows me everywhere. You know, and using this camera, I will tell you of an owner of previous models of this camera, this thing is next level on top of it. What is great about this camera, it is versatile. You can do so many different things with it. It's almost until you get to a point where people are paying you a lot of money that you probably should switch cameras. But this thing is good for all those things before a lot of money. And I say that, but the truth is, I know some serious YouTubers that are making a lot of more money than me, and they are using this camera right here. So, you know, does the money really quantify it for you? The type of client is more like in the kind of shoot that you're shooting. But telling you what, this thing is amazing. One of the things that I'd love to talk to you about is the 4K capabilities of this camera. The thing you gotta understand is it has 4K, and it is a tiny little baby camera. It is tiny. It is filming me right now with barely any light and is doing a fantastic job. That is mind-boggling. Still got me in focus. Gosh, this thing's good. Other cameras, its competitors, do not have 4K internally. Ones that can keep up with the quality of this, of course. Of course, there's other 4K cameras. There's 4K in my phone. My toy that has 4K. But the thing is, this one does it very nicely. It does it good, but good up to so many minutes, then it shuts off. So there's no need to do that test. You can just trust me on that. If you guys want to try this camera yourself, you know what? Always try it before you buy it. This is an investment. This is what is this, like 1,200 American dollars? That's freaking crazy. That's a lot of money. You gotta go ahead and try this camera before you buy it. Go to lensrentals.com, click the link below in the description, use my coupon code, save yourself 15%, and I guarantee if you don't love it, you can return it, but if you love it, you can just buy one. If this video was helpful for you, make sure you smash that subscribe button and you request below. Tell me what you want to see. What do you want to see? I will show you anything. Maybe not anything, but I will show you most things. Let me know what you want to see in the next video coming up, and I will talk to you guys soon.